very good evening and welcome to the midweek edition of Prime TV News. I'm Ishara Nautuna. Let's get started with the headlines for the day. Yon Puriya commences. The president emphasizes that country's sovereignty and constitution will be safeguarded to the highest noble end. Nadimal released. Prison jailer still under interrogations. All citizens to get e-health cards. Modi says India is space power. Let's get started with your local news. The Yon Puriya Youth Camp was launched at the Veeravilla Livestock Resources Centre this afternoon with the presence of more than 8,000 local and foreign youths. The first Yon Puriya was held in 1984 as a result of the Youth Club's movement commenced in 1979. Yon Puriya is a brainchild of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who used to be the Minister of Education, Youth Affairs and Employment in 1984. The Yon Puriya came to a standstill at the latter half of 1980s and recommenced after current government's ascendance to power. This is the fourth Yon Puriya held by the present government. A large number of youth representing all the districts of the island are attending the youth camp with a great deal of enthusiasm. The ITN is running a media stall at the Yon Puriya premises for the benefit of aspiring youth who are willing to enter into the media sector. The Yon Puriya program of 2019 will conclude on the 30th of this month. President Maithripala Sirisena and Premier Ranil Wickremesinghe are scheduled to attend the conclusion ceremony. President Maithripala Sirisena emphasizes that no action will be taken that leads to tarnish country's sovereignty or the constitution. The president was speaking at the opening of the newly constructed building of the Megahatana police station in Kalutara. President Sirisena added that he is not ready to dance to foreign countries' tune. The president, who unveiled the plaque of the new building, engaged in an inspection tour. Addressing the gathering, the president explained that imperialism is still active. According to his views, subversive plots of imperial forces operate in different forms in modern era. Son of Singh Amal Pereira, Nadimal Pereira, who was taken into the custody of the CID and the Police Narcotics Bureau on his return from Dubai, was released after interrogations. The prison jailer Kodagoda Rachige Lalit Kumara is still detained and being questioned. Nadimal Pereira and jailer of the prison department, who were arrested along with Markandure Madhush in Dubai, were expelled to Sri Lanka. A group of suspects along with Markandure Madhush were taken into Dubai police custody on the 5th of February. 29 suspects were taken into custody with drugs in a party. As per the investigations conducted by the authorities, Nadimal Pereira had not consumed drugs when the arrest was made. Accordingly, Nadimal Pereira and prison jailer Kodagoda Rachige Lalit Kumara were deported from Dubai yesterday. The two individuals arrived in Sri Lanka by FS 547 airplane of Dubai Airlines. The police spokesman's office stated that the suspects were arrested at the airport by the CID and Police Narcotics Bureau. According to the police sources, interrogations are being conducted. Minister Rajasena Ratna says measures will be taken to provide e-health cards each and every citizen of the country. Minister Rajasena Ratna was speaking in Parliament at a debate on votes pertaining to 4 ministries. Addressing the House, parliamentarian Nalinda Jayatissa said that reducing price of few essential drugs is an important step taken by the current government for the benefit of the general public. He highlighted that the price of drugs for cancers and non-communicable diseases will be slashed accordingly. In reply to Nalinda Jayatissa's comment, Minister Rajasena Ratna said that measures taken by the health authorities to tackle non-communicable diseases have been hailed all over the world, including global organizations. He pointed out that the Suasaria project has been highly successful. According to the minister, around 40 childbirths have taken place in Suasaria ambulances and no deaths has been reported so far. Parliamentarian Rohita Abegunawardene appreciated present government's commitment to upgrade physical infrastructure in hospitals countrywide. He requested the Minister of Health to launch an investigation on prescriptions given by doctors. President Maithripala Sirisena says that when the number young bhikkhus are in an exercise to build an ethical society, the acts of a small minority cause the whole Mahasangha society being unduly criticized. Due to the unethical behaviors of certain bhikkhus published via internet, there is a risk there can be a wrong image about the Sri Lankan bhikkhu society in the world, and the young bhikkhus should be aware of this danger, said the president. President Sirisena mentioned this at the opening ceremony of vesting the Dhanashala and the opening of the new conference hall at the Sri Sumanakirti Pirivena in Naranwela, Mahara. The president paid a visit to the temple on the invitation of the chief incumbent of the temple, Venerable Uruvela Vinita Thera. He first performed religious rituals and received blessings. The unveiling of the memorial plaque was conducted by the president to vest the newly built hall to the Mahasangha. The Cabinet of Ministers has decided to implement several proposals to use electricity sparingly in the face of ongoing electricity shortage. Accordingly, it is proposed to switch off 2 electricity bulbs in households in the coming 3 months. It is also expected to cut electricity consumption by 10% in government institutions, religious places and commercial establishments. The street lamps should also be switched off 1 hour in advance. The Cabinet also granted its approval to seek assistance from foreign countries to make Sri Lanka a landmine-free country by 2020. The government intends to carry out demining programs in certain earmarked areas where landmines could still exist. Evacuation of people from such vulnerable areas will also be conducted, and the displaced people will be given relief. Meanwhile, the Cabinet approved the memorandum to update Foreign Exchange Act. The Act intends to make countries' foreign exchange inflow and outflow systematic under the supervision of the central bank. The new amendments will introduce a set of regulations to make foreign exchange system efficient. Meanwhile, the Cabinet of Ministers granted their approval to implement a program that make international trade more productive and profitable. Accordingly, a joint steering committee will be established in addition to Trade and Productivity Commission. The Cabinet approval was granted to obtain 14 million euros from the Netherlands to construct 200 rural bridges. Though the token strike launched by the Public Services United Nurses Union entered day 2, activities of the hospitals continued without any hindrance. The nurses who staged the strike were demanding to ensure opportunity to all nurses to obtain a bachelor's degree and several other rights. They engaged in a sick leave campaign. Our provincial correspondents state that the trade union action has not been fruitful. They say hospitals island-wide were in full swing in spite of the sick leave campaign. The case filed against Chief of Staff of the former President Gamini Senarath and 2 other defendants was taken up before the Special High Court today. The Special High Court today turned down the request to acquit the defendants without calling for evidence examination. The case has been filed against Gamini Senarath, former Managing Director of the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, Piyadasa Kudabalage, and Lasantha Bandara. However, third respondent of the case, Neil Bandara Hapuvina, was acquitted due to lack of evidence against him. The Special High Court ordered to take up the case again on the 6th of May. Meanwhile, third suspect of the Migdil Pergadov was issued an arrest warrant by the Fort Magistrates Court today. The magistrate ordered to issue the warrant in English. The chief suspect of the deal, former ambassador to Russia, Udayanga Veeratunga's bank account, has been deposited funds by an individual named Lalit Fernando. The magistrate's court ordered the bank to submit details of the said account to the FCID. The Attorney General's department stated that investigations have been opened on bank accounts of the mother-in-law and brother-in-law of Udayanga Veeratunga. Meanwhile, the Colombo High Court today ordered to take up the case filed against former Minister Vimal Veeravansa by the Bribery or Corruption Allegations Investigation Commission on the 29th of July. The former minister has been accused of earning 75 million rupees of wealth in 6 years without proving legitimate income sources. The court also allowed the police to inspect the data of 8 organizations. The Supreme Court today ordered to extend the interim order issued against giving internships to medical graduates till the 2nd of next month. The order was given when the Apex Court considered a fundamental rights petition filed by 3 graduates attached to the Saitam Private Medical College, Malabar. Former parliamentarian and trade union leader Somavira Chandrasiri has passed away. Final rites of late Somavira Chandrasiri will be held at the Borella Cemetery tomorrow. He was born in 1951 and studied at the Lumbini College, Colombo. Somavira Chandrasiri, who was a graduate of the University of Sri Jayawardenepura and a long-time political activist of the Sama Samaja Party of Sri Lanka. Somavira Chandrasiri entered to the parliament in 2002. He used to serve as a chairman of the Land Reclamation Corporation and the Sri Lanka Ayurvedic Corporation. Somavira Chandrasiri was 68 years at the age of his demise. He is a father of 2 children. The mortal remains are kept at his private residence at Rajamhavihara Road in Navinna for public respects. The final rites will be conducted at 5 p.m. tomorrow. The police have arrested 9 suspects with possession of heroin in Kandy. The suspects were apprehended in a raid conducted by the police anti-vice squad of Kandy. 50 grams of heroin was seized from the culprits. According to police sources, 2 relatives of drug kingpin Randhir, who is in prison, has also been apprehended during the raid. It is reported that Randhir has operated the drug trafficking nexus through mobile phones. The police conducts further investigations. And now it's time for your Biz News update. South Asia Gateway Terminals Limited, the first public-private partnership stevedoring container terminal in Sri Lanka, strengthened its operating infrastructure capabilities with the addition of 6 state-of-the-art rubber-tired gantry cranes recently with an investment of $9 million. The addition of the new yard handling equipment will boost the terminal's RTG fleet from 31 to 37. This latest operational enhancement follows the introduction of 10 intra-terminal trailers in June 2018. SAGT was recently awarded the best terminal in the Indian subcontinent region for 3rd consecutive year and was also awarded the coveted Best Transshipment Hub Port Terminal of the Year by Singapore-based Global Ports Forum.
The benchmark all-share price index lost 1.91 points close at 5,511.77, while the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index lost 6.13 points close at 2,701.87. The turnover was 165.03 million rupees, with 7.3 million shares changing hands in 2,842 trades. The market capitalization at the end of the day was 2,577 billion rupees. Top 5 gainers of the day were Nation Lanka Finance, Cargo Boat Development, Serendip Hotels, Renuka Foods Non-Voting, and Guardian Capital, while the top 5 losers were Ceylon Hotel Corporation, T Smallholder Factories, CDB Non-Voting, York Arcade, and LOLC Development Finance. Today's foreign purchases were 10.4 million rupees and foreign sales were 69.18 million rupees. And there were no crossings today.
And that's all we have for you today. Do visit itnews.lk for more information. I'm Ishara Nautana. Good night.